Honey can be used in many different ways, from sweet to savory. Today, we're meeting up with Jeremy Kyncl, the owner of Hierophant Meadery in Spokane. He's showing us how to make one of the oldest alcoholic drinks known to man, mead, which is made from honey and water.
So mead is honey wine.
It's honey wine, and that's what a lot of people will call it, although it's properly defined as mead.
Mead. And mead's been around for centuries.
Oh,
right?
millennia at this point.
Millennia, yeah.
Some of the very earliest human art includes a man with a bee for a head. So we've been around the bees, we've really revered them for a very, very long time. And we've been making mead for the better part of 8,000 years.
Now when I think of mead, I think of like old European or something, you know, sloshing their big, you know, mugs and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and they're drinking horns and everything else.
Yeah,
and that's very traditional. And that's certainly what most people think of. They think of Renaissance fairs. They think of things like that. And they think of a very sweet mead, usually.
Sweet, yeah.
Ours is quite a bit drier. We're essentially along the lines of a dry Riesling.
Mead is making a comeback.
The interest is exploding, and the number of meaderies is exploding. We've been open 3 years, and the number of meaderies has doubled since we came into the business.
Our first step in making mead is to dilute the honey with water.
It's just raw honey. There's actually little bee bits in there and everything else. Yeah, little bits of honeycomb, everything else. And so yeah, we'll just dump it in the hot water, and we'll mix it up to get it into solution, and we'll put it into our fermenter.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna hang out and watch you do your thing. Woo! Smells delicious. So explain to people who don't know what mead is exactly.
So at its simplest, a traditional mead is just honey, yeast, and water. That's all that goes into it.
Then we dump our honey solution into the fermenting tank, and Jeremy adds some raspberries for a fruity flavor. Then we dump in yeast and hops to start the fermenting process.
We're just gonna throw it in. We're gonna throw it right in the top. So we're gonna pitch it in. Here we go.
Pitching.
After a couple of weeks, when the mead is finished fermenting, Jeremy infuses it with some herbs to add a little variety and fragrance.
So the big part of this, of course, is honey.
It is. We buy all of our honey from local apiaries. Right now we actually buy from Spokane and Lincoln County, so within 50 miles of the meadery here is where all of our honey comes from. And what we get from Sprague, Washington, which is a little further out, is much more buttery and light and really mild. So we use different ones for different wines.
Obviously, these bees are very important to what you do, and it's
crucial. Yeah.
And you want to save the honeybees too. It's like a mission.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we went into this business and why we went into making a meadery happen. We saw their decline. We saw a chance to bring value to them in people's eyes, to really help them to connect with why they're so important in a way that they enjoy as well.
So drink mead and save the world.
Absolutely.
That is really good. It is, like you said, it's very crisp. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out.
Letting me try this and opening up a whole new world.
Oh, hey,
Who knew?
It's our pleasure, of course.